As I was thinking about what I would preach for the annual Blessing of the Pets service, I did what many of us do when we're looking for inspiration. I went to the internet and spent some time scrolling through poems, quotes, and cute stories about animals, hoping that something would spark an idea. Just then, Bernie came to the edge of the couch and placed his paw on me, a gentle but unmistakable request for attention. So I gave him a quick pat on the head and went back to searching. But Bernie wasn't satisfied. He inched closer, positioned his head right under my hand, and looked at me with that face that says, "You know what to do." I tried to keep working, heading in for a second or two before returning to my laptop, but each time I stopped, he nudged me again. It became a little tug-of-war between his desire for affection and my determination to find inspiration for this sermon. Finally, in mild frustration, I gave him a firm stop. And that's when it hit me. The inspiration I was looking for wasn't somewhere out there on the internet. It was sitting right in front of me, wagging his tail persistently and somewhat obnoxiously, trying to get my attention. Bernie wasn't showing me something mystical or abstract. He was showing love. And just as clearly, he was asking for it in return. And in that small everyday moment, I realized how naturally dogs express what so many of us struggle with. They love with their whole being. They don't hold back their affection, and they're never ashamed to let you know that they need yours too. Even though I am the only human being who lives in my house, I never feel alone. From the moment I walk through the door, I am absolutely flooded with love. Before I can even get the door all the way open, I hear Jethro, my African gray, calling out, "Daddy's home!" And right on cue, the barking begins. Not the warning bark that happens when a delivery driver dares to drop a package at the door, or when Alejandro loses his mind because Jethro has wandered to the bottom of his cage, which is apparently a major security breach in Alejandro's world. But when I come home, it's a different kind of bark. Bernie and Alejandro are saying in barks what Jethro says in words. Daddy's home. It's not dignified, it's not polite, it's love in its purest, most unfiltered form. Throughout the day, I tried to keep the dogs off the couch. But at the end of the day, especially at the end of a long day, I'll give them the signal, a quick pat on the cushion, and within minutes, I'm covered in fur and wet noses and wagging tails and sloppy, slobbery dog kisses. There's something about those moments that changes everything. No matter what kind of day I've had, joy finds its way back in. This is why I am convinced, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that it is impossible to be unhappy while a dog is licking your face. Doesn't matter how bad your day has been, your job is falling apart, your car won't start, your favorite show just got canceled. If a dog suddenly runs up and plants a big sloppy kiss on you, for those few seconds, life is good again. It's like an instant joy injection, no prescription required. And here's my next bold claim. And this may be controversial, but it is absolutely true. Every single human being loves dog kisses. I know some of you are already shaking your heads. Not me. I never let my dog's tongue touch my face. Sure. And I never pretend I don't see my dog pooping, so I don't have to pick it up. I believe those who deny their love of dog kisses doth protest too much. These people are closet dog kiss lovers. When the rest of the family is gone and it's just them and the dog, behind closed doors, they're down on the floor, laughing, rolling around, getting their daily dose of slobbery affection. They may never admit it, but trust me, it happens. And you know what? I say embrace it. If loving dog kisses is wrong, then I don't want to be right. But just imagine if we greeted the people in our lives that way. If we were so full of love for the people we care about that something as simple as them walking through the door filled us with that same uncontrollable joy. What if the sound of your partner's car pulling in the driveway made you rush to the door and spin in circles? If the sight of them walking through the door excited you so much that you couldn't help but to pee just a little bit as you eagerly greeted them? I didn't grow up in a home where we said I love you a lot. It's not that we didn't love each other. We did. But those words were almost never spoken out loud. And even now, it doesn't always come easily for me to say or show affection. And I know I'm not the only one. Many of us struggle to express love openly. We're cautious. We guard our feelings. We don't want to seem too emotional or too vulnerable. But our pets, especially our dogs, don't share that hesitation. They throw their whole selves into loving us. When they're happy, they show it. When they need affection, they ask for it. They don't analyze whether it's the right time or whether they'll look foolish. They just love with everything they have. And wouldn't it be so much better if we did too? If we loved each other without holding back, without calculation or fear of embarrassment, just pure, wholehearted affection. That's what dogs model for us every single day. A kind of love that doesn't worry about appearances, that doesn't measure what it gives, and that doesn't keep score. A love that says, I'm so glad you're here every single time you walk through the door. There's something else our pets do that we as humans often forget to do. They ask for love. They don't hesitate. They don't question whether they deserve it. They don't make it complicated. They simply reach out, paw on your arm, nose under your hand, head in your lap, and say as clearly as words ever could, love me. Dogs are masters of emotional honesty. They have no shame in needing affection. When they want to be near you, they are near you, even if that means following you to the bathroom. When they want comfort, they don't wait for you to guess, they ask. And that's not weakness, that's wisdom. They know something most of us forget. Love isn't just something we give, it's something we need to receive. Somewhere along the way, we humans started believing that needing love makes us needy, that showing vulnerability makes us weak. But our dogs know better. They know love is a living exchange, like breathing in and out. Giving love is the exhale. Asking for love is the inhale. Stop doing either, and the soul suffocates. If Bernie could preach this sermon himself, he'd probably say, stop pretending you're fine when you're lonely. Stop waiting for someone to read your mind. Be like me. Nudge someone. Let them know you need a little love today. And isn't that, at its heart, what faith is supposed to teach us? That we're not meant to go through this life alone. That we're meant to reach out and be reached for. That the holy isn't just the giving of love, it's also in the courage to ask for it. So this morning, as we bless our animals, maybe we can also let them bless us. Let them remind us that love is not a limited resource. It doesn't run out when we give it away. It multiplies. Let's learn from the creatures who share our homes and our hearts, to greet each other with joy, to forgive quickly, to play more, to rest when we're tired, and to ask without apology for love when we need it. Because in the end, that's what the world aches for. More unguarded affection, more honest connection, more of the sacred simplicity that every wagging tail, every soft purr, every paw on the knee already knows by heart. May we love boldly, may we receive love freely, and may we never be afraid to say in word or gesture or wag, love me. Amen, and may it be so.